Are you ready to learn how to defend against kicks? Because there's two kinds of kicks out there in my book. Straight kicks, linear kicks, or circular kicks. Do you know how to deal with every single kind of kick in the self-defense world? Stay tuned, I'll teach you. How to counter any kick. Holy cow, that's a lot, right? So the simple solution is footwork. But there are some fancy things that you can do, and fancy doesn't equate well to martial arts, okay? So let's just say Chris is my standing dummy right now. Go over some styles of kicks, okay? Typically, the most dangerous kicks are gonna be straight kicks, okay? You can aim to the belly, to the chest, to the face, to the groin, to wherever, okay? When I look at kicks, I look at them as either linear kicks or circular kicks, okay? So what else would be a linear kick? A side kick. Same idea. Something that's coming straight at you, right? Then we have round kicks. So round kicks you can say as like a roundhouse kick into the leg, into the ribs, into the face, right? You can do like a replacement step 45-degree point kick from like Hapkido, where again, it's coming up and going to hit. You have all your different kind of spin kicks where they come around, right? There's your circular style kick. But man, that's a lot, right? That's a lot to think about all these things. So when you have straight kicks or you have circle kicks, everything is going to depend on your timing. Okay, so first thing first, we're in our stance. Okay, we build our two basics because our most common attacks are going to be a straight kick coming at us, in my opinion, a front snap kick, or this is Sparta, right? Or roundhouse kick, somebody's trying to chop your leg down, right? Or hit you in the rib cage. So in my system, I just teach a very basic approach. Very simple. If we move a little bit more this way, okay? Chris is in a left foot forward stance, his hands are up. If his hands are up and they're protecting his face, it's his body that I tend to want to kick. If his hands are down, I'm going to want to possibly kick him in the face if I have the flexibility and the training. Again, in a self-defense situation, is that always going to happen? Probably not. They're going to be attacking lower. So Chris here is going to move directly to the left. So I fire the kick at him and he moves left. Pretty easy, okay? Let's fix that footwork a little bit. So if he moves left again, go ahead. Notice he is now facing in this direction. So his front foot stayed on this line here in the mat, moved him directly to the left. He did a great job with that. I'm going to explain why very shortly, why that is super important. The rear foot, though, should, go ahead, pivot back and face the attacker. And the reason why this is so incredibly important, because the fight is not done yet by any means. All you've done in my program is learn to master the basics of get out of the way of the very first attack, because either you were caught off guard or you didn't know it was coming. So I fire the kick. He's built the reaction to move to the left. Boom, he's now facing me. What happens to me and what goes on from here, we're going to cover after, okay? What if a circle kick comes or a roundhouse kick into that, don't block, into that lead leg, okay? Whenever I'm targeting my kicks, I'm always targeting either at the knee if I have strong shins and strong ankles, okay? But I don't like targeting up through here. This is where all the meaty parts are. If I miss too high, I'm going to possibly break my foot or my ankle on his hips. If I hit lower, I'm going to hit more of the meat, but I'm really looking for this area, whether it be the inside or the outside. So Chris has been trained and his shins have been tempered. Okay, so his shin bone, his tibia bone has been tempered to be able to block that kick. It doesn't feel nice, but trust me, feels a lot nicer than taking that kick off the leg and your leg being shut down. I love leg kicks for sparring and for fighting. So I throw the kick at him, he blocks it, boom, shin on shin, sucks, feels bad. Unless your shins are tempered, you don't really feel anything. Advantage of that, it shuts down them. Now, if somebody's trying to kick you, their shins are probably tempered too. So is that going to stop the fight? No. Let's look what he did after. Bang, here. Okay, does he move in or not? We'll get there, okay? So there are a lot of different things that can happen here. If your shins aren't tempered though, boom, I got a kicking hack for you. Guess what, guys? The answer is always going to be footwork, okay? The reason why is when I was training at Hapkido, they would fire a very, let's just say sneaky kick. They would fire a roundhouse kick. They call it a point kick. but they would start it off like a front snap kick and then turn and make it a round kick. So I would used to, if he fired that straight kick at me, I would block it because I was a karate, taekwondo, hapkido guy. We would block and block and block. We would step in and move. Eventually, my feet became fast enough that I would just move in. I was like, ha, I don't need to block with my arms anymore. Plus, your legs are bigger than my arms. And if my arms aren't tempered, I tend to feel that the next day. So I was like, okay, footwork's priority. It's imperative, actually. But those sneaky hidden point kicks started getting me. Because what would happen is, slow-mo, is as he would kick, I would move forward. And then that kick would become a roundhouse kick. And he would turn it over and hit. Now I started eating those kicks. And they were scoring points, and I wasn't scoring points. Okay? This only works on your first reaction. This is not meant for sparring. This is not meant for any of those things, because once they know that you're always going to move left please, they're going to fake there and then drive that way. At least he moved backwards on that one and kept him out of kicking range. So if I fire a roundhouse kick or a hidden point kick or a straight kick, his very simple self-defense solution is move left. Ready? Boom. He moved left. He's safe out of that front snap kick. Ready? He's safe. Right? That was a roundhouse kick. Oh, just nicked him a little bit. He was a little bit slow in the reaction, but overall pretty good. My toes ended up clipping the side there. Maybe that hyperextends my foot and my ankle. Now my ankle's all messed up and I actually have a hard time trying to fight him. So as you can see, all of this stuff starts working. So what do you do after? Okay. Very simple drill you guys can do at home. I fire a straight kick at him. He moves to the left. Okay. If I'm here and my hands are down and not facing him, my students are trained to enter with the jab. If the jab hits, then the cross hits. Those two punches should buy him some time. Are they going to knock me out? Depends how good he is. Are they going to send me backwards? Probably. Now I was being offensive. Now I'm defensive. He's buying himself time. If he blocks that roundhouse kick and my hands are up, now what does he do? He enters and he's going to grab both of my hands. So again, he's here, check, and he grabs both the hands. Make sure you don't grab with your thumbs. Okay, that's a no-no because it's very easy to get out of that. He wants the hands to be here, so my only exit point feels like it's down. If I can go down, that means he can come up. Okay, a really simple drill at home you can practice with your kids or your wife or partner is you just grab their hands. Have the person who's grabbing the hands close the eyes, okay? And you can grab them either way, right? But right now, I just want you to use the thumbs, and this person's gonna try not to like break out of it like I did in the demo, okay? And he just tries to punch me in the face. Because you can feel where those punches are, it's very easy to not get punched in the face. So it's a little sensitivity drill that you guys can have. So if Chris throws that kick at me, I'm here and I'm moving in, notice I have control. I know where his weapons are. If I know where his weapons are, now I'm like, hey man, why are you trying to kick me? Right? Or here, and I'm like, boom, and I just put forward pressure. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm just kind of pinning him up against the wall, right? So there's a lot of different things that can happen there. Your natural reaction is going to be to grab with your thumbs. When you have more training, your hands will be able to do different things, okay? That's a whole nother video. But what we're trying to get at is there are a lot of different ways to deal with these kicks. Okay, I'm going to give you another option for that roundhouse kick in case you don't want to temper your shins, but it requires phenomenal timing. Okay, so he throws that roundhouse kick at me and I check it with the base of my foot. Okay, so my foot is just trying to kick his shin away. Slow-mo so I don't slide into your groin on this one. I can target higher and that tends to slide into the groin. That's being a little bit meaner. But the answer to every circular attack, if you watch my defend against haymaker video, is he fires that round kick, fire a straight kick at him. Straight lines are faster than circles. But all of this comes down to timing. The odds of those last two are very minimal, and the reason why is because you're choosing to react to it. Why are you choosing to react to it? Because you're doing self-defense, okay? I'm bigger and stronger. I'm more intimidating looking. If you guys are bystanders watching us fight And if I fire a punch first, who's going to get in trouble? In the court of law, I will. Even though he started it and he started saying all this shit, right? But I got to a point here where now I'm trying to build my reactions. Remember, my answer in a left foot forward stance is always move left. So let's take a look at it from your guys' point of view. He throws any kick he wants, I move left, and I'm here. He tried to kick me. I went in, controlled the subject. Now what do? That's a lot more training to take place now, right? This time his hands are going to be down after he kicks. So he's here, whack, whack, I hit him. Was I legally justified to strike him? Officer, judge, he tried to kick me, as you can see in the camera. I moved off the line. I felt like he was still going to continue to try and hit me. I chose to move in and eliminate the threat. I only hit him twice to a point that I could build space and get away. Once I got away to safety, the police happened to show up. This is where we stand, Your Honor, right? So, holy cow, we have to think about these things, right? That's the difference between self-defense and martial arts. Every martial arts class will teach you to go in there and just kick his ass. But that's not necessarily legal. So when you're training with self-defense, you have to train with that mindset of why are you doing this, okay? The hack here is don't move in. If you look at my footwork, this foot always moves directly to the left. That saves me from any circular or straight kick. That back leg squares to here, and I go. If you've had too many wobbly pops and he kicks me, and I'm like this, cool. At least you didn't get hit by that first one, okay? How to counter any kicks. Pretty simple. Just got to train it.